Hi there, my name's Liam, and in this video we're going to take a look at lots of different games and activities that can liven up your online lessons. So if that's of interest, please stay tuned. In part 1 we looked at some different applications for giving positive reinforcement and some useful online tools. So if you haven't already, you can check out that video on our channel. Today we're going to focus on games and activities. One big pro of teaching online is we have the internet at our disposal, and there's so many useful resources out there. We're just going to cover a fraction of those in this video, but hopefully they'll provide some value to you. Okay, so today we'll take a look at games that can be played on a whiteboard, whether physical or on an application. We'll also look at some PowerPoint activities, and finally some ESL game sites. Now remember, all of these links are in the description below. Alrighty then. First we'll take a look at games that can be played on a whiteboard or on a board application. So at Apax we have our own smartboard, as you can see in the middle picture. I would also recommend sketch.io if you don't have access to a board. That's quite useful too. Okay, the first one, obviously tic-tac-toe. Everyone probably knows how to play this already. But here's an ESL spin on it. So we have two grids, one with our vocab words for today and the phonic sounds, and then we have a blank grid. So as students add an X or an O, they also must say a vocab word and sound it out phonically. You can put a spin on this for older levels by having them say a sentence. Next, we have another classic, Connect 4. As you can see from the picture, we have vocab words from today's lesson. For younger levels, they can simply say the vocab word. For higher levels, they could give you a sentence with the word using correct grammar. Additionally, students can ask a friend a question or answer one of the teacher's questions pertaining to the vocabulary. Next, a very fun one visually for students, especially younger ages, and this is Teacher Volcano. Hopefully not all your students will want to throw the teacher in the volcano, but from time to time it might happen, okay? So teacher is standing on top of the stairs. You ask students a question or get them to repeat an action. If the student is correct, the teacher will move towards the volcano. If the student is wrong, the teacher gets to survive. The teacher's fate is in your hands. Moving on, we have a board game set up here. So on the blackboard, draw a grid with each square containing a lesson vocab word. The class can progress from square to square by defining each word as they go or by using it in a sentence. For younger levels, focus more on vocab, and for higher levels, focus more on correct sentence structure. Next, we have Sentence Scrambler. For this, write some jumbled sentences on the blackboard before class. You can base these off chunks from your lesson. The first student to arrange the vocabulary correctly earns a point. If you don't have enough space on your blackboard, you can use Microsoft Word. And speaking of Microsoft Word, it's very handy to supplement your lessons too. Let's take a look at some examples. So here we have a very simple alphabet game where you have the topic for today's lessons and students have to give you a word for each letter of the alphabet. A spin on this for higher levels would be categories or stop the bus, where you have several different topics from the lessons and students have to give you a word connected to each one. For example, fruit, they might say apple, or family, they could say brother or sister. Next, I've got a couple of quick communication games for you. For these, you don't need anything except a set of clear instructions on how to play. First one is last person standing. Select a student to go first. That student shouts a word related to a theme or topic and then selects another student. The next student must come up with another word that fits with the theme. If they repeat a word that has already been said or can't think of a new one in a few seconds, they're out of the game. Next, we've got show and tell. I thought this might be handy as all students are currently stuck at home. Students can now bring an object to class to show their classmates and talk about. I'm sure they'll be really motivated to talk about something that's connected to them or quite sentimental. You can encourage students to ask questions about each other's objects and generate a stronger discussion to keep things flowing by asking students open-ended questions. Lastly, for higher levels, it's always great to encourage debating. For this, you could have students simply write agree or disagree on a piece of paper, read aloud a controversial statement perhaps related to the lesson topic, and have students hold up their paper whether they agree or disagree, and then they have to defend their position. For additional benefit, you can follow up with counter arguments to encourage a great discussion. There are thousands of PowerPoint games and resources available on all of the ESL sites out there. A quick Google search can point you in the right direction. But for now, I'm just going to take a look at 5 different PowerPoint games and link them in the description below. First up, we've got a picture reveal. This is ideal for younger learners. Here, students simply guess a number and you can select that square until the students can guess correctly what the picture is. For editing, I'm on a Mac currently, but on Windows you would right click here and go move to back. But for on a Mac, I'm going to go to reorder objects, and then I will bring my picture to the front like this, and then delete it or add a new picture. So I can do that for all of my vocabulary words. Only takes 5 to 10 minutes to prep for a lesson, and it's very fun supplementary activity. You could play this throughout your lesson as a reward for students. Next, we've got a fun memory game. So again, this is more suited, I suppose, to younger learners. Games for ESL, you can find this on. Again, here students select numbers and they have to see, oh great, I've got a match straight off the bat here. I must be a natural at this myself. And you can click on the red stop signs here to cover up the pictures again. Then to change the pictures behind, I very simply right click on the picture here. I can go to reorder objects on a Mac, or on a Windows you would go move to back, and then select OK. And now I can delete my dog and replace it with a cat, and then reorder my pictures again. Okay, so it doesn't take too long then to fill in the vocabulary. Moving on then, we've got Connect 4. This is just a PowerPoint version of Connect 4 if you're not going to use the board. At the top here you can see you can use this for grammar, parts of speech, or even lesson topics or vocab. So students can then select a number here, and we just simply fill in the shape with the color that we want. So if students get maybe 4 in a row, they get some kind of reward. And before they select the number, they must answer a question. Next, we've got a Space Race. Again, this is Games for ESL, but it's linked in the description below. This is a fun visual one for students. The students come here, they select a number. Who likes grapes? All the Apax teachers will know this one for sure. Tom's family, of course, likes grapes. So then I can go back to select my slide, go back to slide 4, and then click on my spaceship or my alien ship, and they'll have a race around the map here. I can go and select a new question then. So this is very easy to edit. I just simply go to the question, fill in the answer. And finally we have top 5 quiz. So if we take a look at an example, what rooms are in your house? So elicit various answers for students, keep a note of who said what, and then you can weight the points then for different answers. Very simple and quick to make, but a lot of fun. Now we'll move on and take a look at some useful ESL games websites, which can easily be incorporated into your lessons. First one is bamboozle.com. So once you've logged in and created an account here at Bamboozle, you can go to My Games, and here you can see a list of the games that you created. To create one, you simply go Make Game, put in a title and a description, and create your game. Here you have a list of questions. For example, what is it? It is a cat. Choose your files and save your answers. Okay, so you can simply do this for vocab for younger levels. Then for higher levels, they can answer with full sentences or discuss a topic in more detail. Then to see what a game looks like, we simply go here, you select play here on the left hand side, select your teams. Do you want a quiz? Classic has power-ups which are quite fun. So here I've just added one picture, but I can add as many as I like. What is it? Students answer, check pronunciation. Here it is, award points. Obviously that's for games that you want to create, but there's tons of additional pre-made games on the site which are a great resource too. So all you need to do is search one of your lesson objectives here. For example, here's a simple one on the past tense. I can add my power-ups now for additional fun. Leave, so left. Alright, so there's lots of these fun power-ups in here. So if you want to create a quick, fun, interactive quiz or use pre-designed ones, check out bamboozle.com. Next on our list, we've got kahoot.com. Once you create an account, you can log in and then select the free version. So first thing you need to do is create your own Kahoot here. Let's take a look at some quick ones I've already created. First game I want to show you is a picture reveal for younger levels. You can set the time limit here on the left, enter your question at the top, and your answers down here. You can also select how many tiles you want on the image. You can play this game on the free version from your drafts. So if I select preview at the top, now students have to guess. So before doing this, I would pre-teach the shapes so students can make the shapes on the webcam. To add a question, I simply go add question, select quiz question, drop my image in here, add my question at the top and my answers down the bottom, and then select the correct answer. Another really cool feature of Kahoot that's going to work super well for your older level classes is the feature that allows you to host your own quizzes. So once you've created your online quiz, you simply go host Kahoot, select which one you want to play, and then we have two options. So we're going to choose the teach option where we'll be able to lead the quiz in real time. So I select teach and it brings me to this screen here. So the students can actually download the Kahoot app and then they can quickly access any quizzes. It gives them a pin to log into your specific quiz here, and then once all the players join, they'll be able to start the quiz. So as well as covering content from the lesson, you can change this up with pop culture or whatever your student interests are. So that was Kahoot, fun for picture reveals for younger students and quizzes for older students. Next up we have ESL Collective. This site has tons of great resources to help supplement your online classes. Content here is created by teachers who upload, share and collaborate. From the options you can see there's ESL worksheets, PowerPoints and video lessons. We're just going to take a look at the PowerPoints. From the options here you can narrow down your search or you can just put in a keyword and find lots of content that's already created for you or templates that you can edit yourself. Next we have superteachertools.us. This has a few specific games that you can incorporate in your lessons: Jeopardy, Rocket Review, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and Speed Match. It also has some additional resources that you might find useful in your class, such as a spinner, timer, and interactive dice. For now, I'm just going to look at Who Wants to Be a Millionaire because I think this is a really creative example. Here, students start out at $100 and then they work their way towards $1 million. So you simply create this based around your lesson. This is one option that's sure to grab your students' interest. Moving on, we have playfactile.com, which specializes in the quiz show game Jeopardy. So I simply move in here, create a new game. I'm allowed to have 3 games at once, and then I select play. From here I have a couple of options. We have regular Jeopardy, we have flashcards, choice, or memory. Select the number of teams. And if you've seen the quiz show on TV, I'm sure you're okay with the format. Orange is taking a what for 400? What did Miss Jones say you should use when sneezing? So all the Apax teachers should know that one. It's probably burned in your memory. There's many different forms of Jeopardy available out there on PowerPoint and other sites, but this was my favorite. And finally, we have a simple mind map application. So if you type in mindmaps.app, you'll be able to find the site. And here we are. So when teaching online, this should be great for brainstorming with your students or generating vocabulary around a specific topic. So hopefully this can help your students to organise their thoughts, and in my opinion it's very visually appealing. Just to review, all of the resources I talked about today are linked in the description below. That's everything we have for today. If you found the content useful, please like the video. If you have any suggestions for future videos, please leave a comment below. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching.